small talk. It's funny that small talk is small because its impact is large. Trust me, you need it everywhere. It allows you to shoehorn yourself into a situation, anywhere. Although we keep using the same subjects for small talk, work, holiday, parties, terrible traffic, weather, you know what I mean? I want you to make an effort to improve your small talk vocabulary. So let's take a look at this. Here are some ideas. Listen to people around you. Our environment, it enables a lot of pollination of ideas. If you're talking to friends, for instance, who happen to share some interesting stories from the Australian Open, you could use the same quick fact for a story with the next set of people. For example, hey, you heard what happened to Novak Djokovic? Stay updated with the current affairs, guys, because all the materials that you want here, it comes from current affairs. So many people talk about the traffic. Okay, like I'm from Bangalore, and if you're from Mumbai, we always talk about traffic all the time. Okay, we've done enough of it. Now here's what you can do to add some facts to it. Like, did you know the left blinker is used more than the right blinker? It's a well-researched fact. Then you can plant other ideas to pivot away from the boring ones. For example, you know, the last time I was stuck at Anil Kumble's circle, I just decided to listen to an audiobook, and it gave me so many more ideas that I can use in conversations. That's how I turned this time into a pleasurable experience. That's a conversation. Okay, we always talk about the weather. Like for me, it's really funny. I'm originally from Delhi. I live in Bangalore. Delhi, you get proper winters. So when I talk to people in Bangalore about winter, I'm like, hey, it's 20 degrees. Why are you wearing a muffler? That's my conversation when it comes to the weather. But you can switch it. Hey, what kind of personality are you? Do you like the spring? Do you like the summer? Hey, I just love the rains. So I have an exercise for you. Use 3 ideas that you can use as a pivot. Like in this story, we listened to audiobooks. That was a pivot when we were talking about traffic. Any number-based questions make it easy for people to answer. For example, hey, how long did it take you to get here? Oh, 25 minutes. How do you rate his performance on a scale of 1 to 10? I think he's a 7. See, this is a trick, and it's used by Jerry Seinfeld to open up a conversation with people. Broad questions are really good conversation starters, and small talk topics, but number-based questions are good for introverts. And you will be in situations where you must talk to introverts. Number-based questions are a good warm-up and icebreakers. So imagine you meet an introvert and you ask, hey, what do you do? Oh, I'm a teacher. Wow, what grade do you teach? 10th grade. Wow, that's so cool. So how long have you been teaching? For 10 years. Now that's a great career that you've had. See, by this time, you've helped the other person warm up. You've given them a jumping point for the conversation to move forward. They've been able to calm down, relax. There's no right or wrong answer, and nothing will offend the other person. What, where, and how questions. Seemingly non-intrusive questions. Think of it as an easy way to answer questions. How long did it take you to reach here? How long have you been in this job? What is your number one passion? Hey, if you're at a party, what is your poison? Dropping a compliment. How cool is that? You're the best dressed around here. See, doesn't it sound nice? These are some really great shoes, man. Hey, your tie is very elegant. Now, in the Indian context, it's okay to give people compliments when they're dressed well, but try to avoid giving the same compliment to the same person. For example, you don't want to see your boss every time or your seniors and say, nice tie, as a compliment. Because what will happen, that compliment will be repeated time and time again, and they will seem that it's not genuine. Make it a habit that you should not reserve these sort of compliments for just your bosses. Compliment people on their ideas, on the quality of their work, on their clarity of thought. There is a lot to appreciate in people around you. You just have to observe. Use the surrounding object or the current situation as an anchor. Okay, listen, politics, it's a very divisive subject. I personally believe politics are personal. Keep it to yourself. That's my opinion. You should refrain from discussing it when you're in a group of people who are in a conversation situation. You have to pick up unifiers like sports. And I know I'm mentioning it, but sport is a unifier. There also, don't get involved in the trap of just talking about only Virat Kohli, only Rohit Sharma. Think about other topics. Neutral grounds are good for starting and warming up into the conversation. How cool did that stadium look? Wow, did you see the fan who was dressed like this? These are conversation starters. Try to refrain from criticizing. Talk favorably about the positives and the good things. You don't want to step on the ego of other people. It's a short engagement, it's small talk, and you don't want to leave with a negative image. So I want to share with you how small talk actually works for me. I know I've made a career out of live television and you're talking all the time, but small talk just before the cameras start rolling, when the tension is really on, everyone is really stressed to run this live show, that's when it works for me. I'll walk into the studio and be like, oh my God, I can't believe my hair looks like this. We spent an hour doing this, okay? Or, oh, these heels are too small. Hey, come here. You stand next to me. Okay, now I'm taller than you. These sort of things are great. I like making fun of myself a little bit. I'm like, come on, what was I thinking when we wore this makeup? We have beautiful sets and I'll be like, what was I thinking when I wore this outfit? Everyone laughs, everyone takes a jibe at each other, and that's what really sets the tone. It's the small talk that gets you ready for the bigger things. See, now for a bit, we'll take an example of cricket, because this is my playing field here, right? Just imagine you're playing gully cricket and then you're playing district level cricket. At the end of the day, it's still cricket and it's exhilarating. But there is always a higher level at which you can go for. From gully cricket, you want to play for the nation one day. Now, the good thing is, in conversations, it's entirely up to you to up your game and choose the level at which you want to play. You aren't limited by a selection panel and coaches and captains to impress. Instead, in real life, if you choose to up your game, your organization, your colleagues and your bosses will be more than eager to offer you a bigger stage. So from gully cricket, let's go all the way up here, up to the next level.